We're not talking about people you don't know. We're talking about people that are in front of you, and that's me. And you know what? Because someone said something does not make it true.
We're about to take a deep dive into the latest developments around Erika Jayne, her former spouse, and, well, a really significant $25 million lawsuit. Okay, so let's jump right into the core of it then. Erika Jayne is accused of spending over $25 million in funds that were allegedly intended for the innocent victims of her estranged husband, Thomas Girardi. These funds, it's claimed, were kind of funneled through her company, EJ Global, over quite a long time, specifically between 2008 and 2020. $25 million. Over 12 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a staggering sum.
It really is. And this isn't just, a general claim. It's a specific type of legal action. It's called a fraudulent conveyance action. It's brought by Thomas Girardi's bankruptcy trustee, Alyssa D. Miller. The trustee's main goal really is to recover those funds from Erika.
Fraudulent conveyance.
Okay. Think of it like this, maybe. Imagine someone's about to lose their house because they owe money, right? So they quickly sell it to, say, a friend for $1 just to keep it away from their creditors.
Ah, okay. So it looks like it's gone, but it isn't really.
Exactly. The trustee's job is to basically go after that kind of sale and get the asset back for the people who are actually owed the money.
Got it. So if that's the trustee's goal, how are they actually arguing this in court? Like, what's their core claim about how these funds were moved around?
Well, the trustee, through their attorney, Ronald Richards, argues that these payments were logged in Girardi's law firm's books as intercompany debt from EJ Global. But what's really insightful here, I think, is that the trustee alleges EJ Global isn't, a legitimate separate business at all, but rather Erika's alter ego.
Alter ego. Okay, that sounds like a big legal term. So for you listening, what that means is the trustee is arguing that legally, EJ Global wasn't a real separate company. It was basically just Erika's personal spending account used without proper corporate separation. Is that right?
That's exactly it.
They claim Erika was the beneficiary of these massive payments without giving anything back, essentially bypassing that corporate shield idea entirely.
Precisely. And that's really where the heart of the trustee's legal argument lies. Proving an alter ego claim, though, it can be quite difficult. It's not just about money moving back and forth. It's about demonstrating a consistent lack of corporate distinction, like, using company funds for personal stuff without proper accounting or never holding formal board meetings, things like that.
Right.
If the trustee succeeds here, well, it's a pretty direct path to holding Erika financially accountable.
But, okay, her defense is basically ignorance, right? How is it possible to spend, $25 million without knowing where it came from? Especially if it was booked as intercompany debt she's supposedly owed back.
Yeah.
That seems like a tough defense to make credible in court.
Well, yeah, that is the crux of Erika's defense. She maintains she had absolutely nothing to do with how the law firm accounted for the money that was sent to her company. She essentially pleads ignorance of the specific financial mechanics behind the transfers, arguing she simply received funds as part of her lifestyle,
And this entire legal maze, it really illuminates the broader context, doesn't it? With Thomas Girardi's recent sentencing. Over 7 years in prison for stealing millions from his own clients.
Exactly.
His conviction really solidifies the source of these alleged fraudulent transfers, which you'd think strengthens the trustee's position quite a bit.
Absolutely. And if we connect this to the legal timeline, well, this fraudulent conveyance action against Erika, it was actually filed roughly 4 years ago. It's been going on a while. Now, though, a firm trial date has finally been set, February 17th, 2026.
2026. Okay.
Yeah, and the proceedings are expected to last maybe 7 to 10 days. Before that, there's a final pretrial conference scheduled for January 28th, 2026.
And, for those of you who follow her journey on reality TV, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 15 is actually in production right now. It's anticipated to start airing on Bravo later this year or maybe early next. So this ongoing legal drama, it undoubtedly adds another layer of public scrutiny and, well, interest to the show.
No doubt about that. Okay, so next we were going to talk about a pretty major shift in the life of someone very familiar in reality TV, Andy Cohen. We've seen reports about a surprising new rule he has for his new place, that $18 million penthouse he bought.
Yeah, this is fascinating. The core detail is Andy Cohen is reportedly not allowing Real Housewives into his home anymore, period.
Wow.
Yeah, and this comes after, almost 2 decades hosting the Bravo franchise. He's apparently said something about feeling like he got burned in the past.
Right. That really makes you think, doesn't it? Because he definitely had an inner circle before. People like Bethany Frankel, Carol Radziwill, Kyle Richards, they were allowed in his private space. So what's really behind this pretty dramatic change? I mean, the context, it seems pretty intense with all the allegations that have come out recently.
Well, it definitely raises questions, especially about the allegations against Andy himself. You've got Bethany Frankel, right, a former housewife, suggesting he sort of enabled toxic behavior on the shows. And then there's Leah McSweeney's lawsuit from February 2024. That one alleges Andy uses cocaine with some housewives and then gives, like, better treatment or edits to the ones who join in.
And wasn't there more in that lawsuit? Something about another producer.
Yes, exactly. Leah also claimed a different producer was sending unsolicited pictures of genitalia to lower-level production staff, and that Bravo didn't really do anything about it.
And we also can't forget Brandi Glanville accusing him of sexual harassment during that video call. Andy keeps saying it was just a joke, but still, it's a lot to take in, especially given how central he is to everything Bravo.
It is, and connecting this to the bigger picture, you absolutely have to include the counter perspective. Andy's representative has stated, quote, "The claims against Andy are completely false."
Right.
So this whole new home rule by Andy, it feels like more than just personal boundaries, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He kind of illuminates the escalating legal and ethical heat that some of reality TV's biggest names are facing right now.
It definitely makes you pause. What are the broader implications when someone, so deeply tied to a franchise draws such a hard line about their personal space and who gets access, especially with the people who arguably helped build his career? Okay, next update we have about Brittany Cartwright from the Valley. She's hinting at a split from a mystery man she was seeing, and opening up about dating red flags after her divorce, and also sharing that she has baby fever.
Okay, it's a lot to unpack there.
Brittany filed for divorce from Jax Taylor at the end of his rehab stint, and they share custody of their 4-year-old son, Cruz.
And a few months back on Watch What Happens Live, Brittany revealed she had a crush and was spotted with a man.
Yep, there were photos. But now she's stating she's single as a Pringle, which... yeah, that strongly suggests things didn't work out with that mystery man.
Okay, so back on the market. What's fascinating here is her candid discussion about baby fever.
Right. While visiting family in Kentucky and being around babies, including Kristen Dout's baby Kaya, she admitted it's hard after you've already had a kid and you're around the cutest little babies.
Oh, I bet.
She expresses, "I swear it's giving me baby fever really bad."
But she quickly added that she's got to find me a man first, which is, the practical part.
Exactly. She depicts dating after being separated and going through a divorce as so weird and not the easiest thing. I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling.
For sure. And this raises an important question about the lessons learned from her marriage. Brittany clarifies that she ignored 8,888 different red flags.
Now, in her dating life, she notices so many little things because of what she's been through.
So her radar is way up now.
Way up. She explains she's trying to do things differently and is definitely taking my time, not wanting to ignore, always see the best in people, thinking they will change.
Good for her for recognizing that.
Totally. And she adds that the dating scene in LA is crazy. She worries if someone genuinely likes her or is maybe just trying to use her to get on a show or gain followers.
Yeah, that's a unique challenge for public figures trying to find a genuine connection. Adds another layer of difficulty.
Definitely. Next update we have about Denise Richards and her estranged husband, Aaron Phypers. This situation has really escalated.
It really has a lot going on there.
Aaron is now claiming that Denise's alleged cheating led to their divorce, and he suggests he has proof. This comes just days after Denise accused him of physical abuse, including that gruesome black eye, in a restraining order request.
Yeah, the timing is notable. It presents a classic he said, she said scenario, but playing out in this extremely public, very messy forum.
And Aaron vividly illustrates his claims, describing how he allegedly caught Denise.
He does. He describes being on the sofa with Denise, watching the show Traders when she fell asleep.
Okay.
He then had this feeling, apparently, and using her passcodes, he went through her phone. He claims he found super inappropriate text messages.
Like what?
Including selfies and flirtatious exchanges, like her wishing another man sweet dreams and planning to meet him at a hotel. Pretty specific stuff.
Wow. And what's fascinating here is how Aaron recounts Denise's reaction when he confronted her.
He says she woke up and apparently begged him, "Oh my God, please don't leave me, don't leave me." He also states she didn't invite him to her birthday back in February because she was talking to this guy, planning to meet him the day after his own birthday in March. That detail just reveals the highly personal, immediate nature of these alleged betrayals.
And the drama continued, right. Aaron claims Denise gave him permission to look at her phone anytime to rebuild trust.
Which sounds maybe a bit unusual in itself.
Right. But by May, he found more messages she had deleted, apparently by refreshing her computer. He states he took pictures of this jaw-dropping evidence.
Okay, so he's claiming he has receipts, basically.
Seems like it. But this raises an important question about that July 4 fight that led to the divorce filing. Denise alleged Aaron was berating her and demanding phone access.
Bannon claims he was trying to get his own phone back. He depicts Denise hitting and scratching him.
A totally different version of events.
Completely. And he later found his phone smashed into pieces in the trash, suggesting, maybe it was an attempt to destroy his evidence.
Finally, Aaron indicates Denise texted his mother about divorcing him, which prompted him to file first. He is denied ever being physical with Denise, and also, kind of strangely, showcases photos of a very messy home.
Yeah, the messy house photos feel like a separate jab, almost retaliatory.
Okay, next update we have about Shannon Beador from Real Housewives of Orange County. She's been discussing her friendships with Tamra Judge and Gretchen Rossi and how the new season of RHOC differs.
Last season, Tamra repeatedly discussed Shannon's DUI arrest, implying a drinking problem.
Which caused a huge rift, understandably.
Huge. And then in the final episode, amid quite a bit of fan backlash against Tamra, they reconciled.
Right, and many viewers felt Tamra maybe did it just to win back favor from the fans.
That was the perception. Shannon's current stance kind of clarifies things. She says she can coexist with Tamra, but she's not wanting to rush into the friendship that we had. It's cautious.
Very measured.
It is. And what's particularly fascinating here is how Shannon describes her past relationship with Gretchen Rossi. Gretchen has returned to RHOC as a friend of, and Shannon reveals she never filmed with her before this new season.
Really? Never?
Never. Shannon now admits her previous perception of Gretchen was influenced by Tamra, leading her to, not be friendly with Gretchen off camera in the past.
So basically, Tamra was gatekeeping the friendship.
It sounds like it. Shannon now says it was nice to get to know her more, and that Gretchen is a really kind person. She even acknowledges Gretchen and Slade are still together 16 years later with a beautiful daughter, and they're very happy.
That's quite a turnaround.
It is. And she makes it clear, she says, I didn't get close to Gretchen at all because I was trying to be a loyal friend to Tamra. As for the new season of RHOC, Shannon explains that last season was a little dark for her, which, understatement.
Right.
But she's very excited to report that I had a very silly season this year. She highlights that she started out getting along with mostly everyone, which was a nice change for her.
Good for her. She does mention finding it frustrating that some people didn't believe she owned up to her actions last season.
Which is always tough in the court of public opinion.
Yeah, but she stands firm saying, I know what reality is. And for those curious about her dating life, after filming Bravo's Love Hotel, Shannon confirms she's not dating at the moment.
Okay.
Though she keeps in touch with most of the men from the show, so friends for now.
Seems that way.
Next update we have about Scheana Shay and Tom Sandoval from Vanderpump Rules. There's been a lot of talk about their dynamic after his affair, and Scheana has revealed some interesting details about their last text exchange.
Scheana faced a lot of fan criticism last season, remember?
Oh, yeah. For being nice to Tom initially, then she seemed to distance herself. It was a tightrope.
Exactly. So Scheana discussed where she stands with Tom on her Shenanigans podcast. Apparently, her friend was trying to get Tom for a brand deal, and Scheana reached out to him about it.
Okay, so a professional courtesy, sort of.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
But Tom's response, he claimed, I don't know what you're talking about, and was apparently calling Bolst, saying he didn't see a DM or a text from the brand.
Defensive.
Very. And what's fascinating here is that Tom also questioned why Scheana keeps saying in interviews that they're not friends if she texts him. Scheana clarifies that texting quarterly would be a lot, mentioning she congratulated him on Masked Singer and asked about the Tyler Henry show.
So occasional check-ins.
Pretty much. Her key distinction was she's not actively being like, hey, I miss you, come to my house for lunch and hang out with my kid. She just won't run the other direction if she sees him.
That demonstrates a very carefully managed, almost like transactional level of engagement. It's cordial but distant.
Exactly. A very nuanced friendship, or maybe non-friendship. Jenny Caperna, who was on the podcast with Scheana, also suggested that Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz never see each other anymore.
Oh, wow. The Toms aren't hanging out.
Apparently not much. And Scheana adds a crucial piece to the puzzle here. She asserts that Tom's friendships have changed ever since he's been in this relationship with Victoria Lee Robinson.
So the new relationship is impacting the old friendships.
That's the implication.
Okay, finally, let's talk about Janet Caperna and her husband Jason from the Valley, specifically regarding trust and some very interesting tracking habits, which leads us nicely to Scheana, Shay, and Brock Davies.
Ah, the tracking. Okay.
Janet and Jason got those wedding band tattoos on their ring fingers on the Valley, remember? After Jason had been accused of taking off his wedding ring at bars.
And Kristen Dowd even joked that her castmates would think of her every time they look at the tattoos because she was involved with spreading that rumor.
Classic Kristen. So Janet confirms she doesn't track Jason, apart from an AirTag on her keys if he uses her car. She says, I don't need Jason's location. He's home 99% of the time.
And he confirms he doesn't really go anywhere. So what's truly insightful here is Janet's strong statement about trust.
Yeah, she said Jason's very anti-cheating, very, he would never.
And she adds, I trust him fully, so I don't need his location. I know where he is at all times because he doesn't lie. That illustrates a really deep level of trust in their relationship.
It really does. Maybe a stark contrast to some other reality TV relationships we've seen.
Perhaps. But now, shifting to tracking more broadly. Brock Davies, whose own past affair was exposed when Scheana Shay was pregnant.
Right, that whole saga.
He humorously admits, when asked about tracking, that's more my wife actually, he says Scheana can track me on, 50 apps probably.
50?
That's what he said. And Scheana herself confirmed on her own segment that she tracks more than 40 people, stating it's a lot.
Wow.
It highlights a really unusual, highly detailed approach to personal tracking within her circle. Maybe it's a coping mechanism, maybe just how she stays connected, who knows?
It's something. And when it was noted that Jason has an Android phone, not an iPhone, which makes tracking harder.
Brock shipped. That's why I should become an android. That's my way out of this. We cracked the code.